Good evening, Suburban readers and Suburban viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Suburban on Air and another edition of my personal podcast called Beyond the Pages, when we take a look at the news and also commentary and some perspective on it. Today is a very special day for myself personally, but many people like me who came to political maturity, who came into social activism because of the examples of great men that sadly were assassinated a decade before our involvement and our coming out of teenagehood. The murders of John Kennedy, Martin Luther King, and Senator Robert Kennedy. Today is one of these days when we sit back and reflect, and I wanted to share some reflections with you on how badly we need a man who was shot today. On June 4th, 1968, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, the brother of the late president, had just won the California primary, and he had called for a major victory rally in the ballroom of the Ambassador Hotel, one of Los Angeles' largest hotels. Here is a very old poster that was all over Los Angeles that says, join the next president, Bobby Kennedy, victory party, Ambassador Hotel. It was a great party. It was a great evening. At the end of Senator Kennedy's remarks, and he was called Bobby everywhere, he gave a thumbs up like this and said, "Now it's on to Chicago and let's win there." And with that, his detail, his security, his wife Ethel by his side, made their way off the stage and tried to exit the hotel through the back kitchen. Once in the kitchen, Senator Kennedy stopped to shake hands with the busboy named Juan Romero. As he was shaking Romero's hand, Sirhan burst out of the crowd and put a bullet into Senator Kennedy's head right behind his right ear. Kennedy fell onto the floor, blood pouring out of his head. Romero bent down next to Senator Kennedy and placed a rosary in his left hand. Bobby asked a question. He said, "Is everybody okay?" Romero told him everybody was okay. Senator Kennedy then said, "Everything will be okay." As the medics arrived and they were taking his body up onto a gurney, Bobby Kennedy whispered with his last strength and what would be his last words, "Don't lift me." With those words, he lost consciousness. Doctors at Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Angeles operated for hours, removing the bullet, removing the gristle, the pieces of bone lodged in his head, and Bobby Kennedy's great heart beat for another 25 hours. But finally, on June the 6th, just after 1 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Frank Mankiewicz, his press secretary, announced that Senator Robert F. Kennedy had died. He was 42 years old. Most historians and many people who knew that era will tell you that with him died the last best hope. We've had 52 years of mediocrity. We've had 52 years of nobody daring greatly. Our leadership tends to run between the raindrops. The lesson that transformational leadership can be dangerous was not lost. The personal effect of Bobby Kennedy's death was great throughout the land. President Kennedy was assassinated. Martin Luther King Jr. and Bobby Kennedy held the standard of principle high in the United States. When Martin Luther King was killed, almost exactly 2 months before Bobby, on April 4th, people said, even Black leaders said, "At least we have Bobby." In fact, the night that Dr. King was killed, the only major city in America that didn't go up in flames was Indianapolis, because Bobby Kennedy was in Indianapolis. And he insisted on going into the Black Ghetto and standing on a flatbed truck. He urged calm, and he said, I know how you feel. And then he said, my brother was also killed by a white man, and I understand the desire to strike out. But sometimes there is nowhere to strike out to nor against. And we are better than this. And we have to look to each other with compassion and with love and understanding and carry on. Just 2 months after saying those words, Bobby Kennedy lay in a pool of blood and was no more. How we need leadership like that now. How much we miss Bobby Kennedy today. You know, Bobby Kennedy once said, we have to be careful that our society does not become one where we know the price of everything and the value of nothing. We have to remember that our success and progress as a civilization cannot be measured in dollars and cents. It cannot be measured in epidemiological studies. Bobby once said in a speech in Soweto that our GDP tells us everything except what's important. It doesn't tell us the depth of our courage or our capacity to love or the passion of our poetry. 52 years ago, we lost an irreplaceable man. I hope you'll think about that. I hope you'll go and show your kids who Bobby Kennedy was. Just Google it. They need to know. Let us reflect and let us continue to hope. Good day and good luck.